Alright, hello YouTube, this is MOAB speaking. Thanks again for having me on the Overpowered channel. For today's OP video, you're going to be watching what is easily my most interesting gameplay to date. It does have a couple of little controversial aspects that I'll get to in just a second, but I'll cut straight to the chase. Basically what you're watching is a 38-0 using the SPAS-12 in 6v6 Search and Destroy. I actually don't use my secondary at all. That's kind of something that I never wanted to do. It's kind of like when I snipe, I really try and refrain from using a pistol. It's the same with shotguns. When I use a shotgun, I try and really refrain from using the semi-automatic secondary, more or less. So that's what the gameplay is. Now, we at WeAP, obviously we've never uploaded supported Search and Destroy before, and it is something that is sort of universally frowned upon a little bit. But you know, I have to try and propose a question to those of you who do frown upon Search and Destroy with support. So yes, in ground war domination, you know, they'll set up like a spawn trap, and they'll set up the map in a certain way. They will run ballistic vests and UAVs. And when I say they, I mean people who are running support, people who are trying to assist one singular person in that game to achieve a particular goal. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. So yeah, when we were going for this gameplay, me and my friends, we didn't really, like, it's not as if we sat there for hours and all of my buddies at the time were helping just me. When we were going for this, we were all taking turns each individually, and we got one go each, you know, every single hour of game time, because there were 6 of us and we were cycling through, trying to keep it fair, because at the time I didn't actually do YouTube myself, so we were just having fun. This is sort of like what we used to do for fun, and we were sort of a little bit in the dark about how big a percentage of people disliked this type of gameplay. So in that sense, and what I'm trying to get at is that the people who were running support for me were happy to do it for me throughout this gameplay, because I'd been helping them. We'd all been helping each other, and we were all sort of like happy with the agreement. There was no superiority or no ego issues going on. So that's that. That sort of, to me, counters the argument that it's really, really boring for those people that run support for you in S&D. Okay, you know, and also it's like, where do you draw your line in the sand? You know, a lot of people are happy to watch supported domination, but then not so much supported Search and Destroy. And if those issues that I've previously just stated are not an issue, then, you know, where's the reasoning coming into play? So yeah, that's kind of my stance on the whole Search and Destroy supported thing. In terms of dropping rounds, you know, in some way, in my opinion, it's kind of similar to letting the enemy team hold 2 flags for an extended period of time in order to maximize the length of the particular game mode that you're playing. So that's kind of my stance on it. That's kind of why, in my mind, I feel a little bit more accepting about it. So I would love to hear some of your guys' thoughts and opinions on the matter down in the comment section below. Tell us how you feel about Search and Destroy. Do you love to see supported Search and Destroy because it pushes the limits the same way that support and domination pushes the limits and shows what's really truly capable and really truly possible out of a single game? And that's kind of what the whole support thing is all about. But yeah, as I said, Search and Destroy supported has never been uploaded onto WeAP, and it might not ever be uploaded again onto WeAP. Who knows? We just thought that if we were to all upload any Search and Destroy supported at all, that it would have to be this gameplay that you're watching right now. Okay, so what I was going to try and talk about for the remainder of this video is why I think it's great that in Call of Duty Ghosts, they are bringing back the point streaks over the score streaks. Okay, so I'm going to try and justify this point that I've just made a little bit. Okay, so if you can look back to Modern Warfare 3 days, and you remember seeing these massive kill gameplays, and the people that were getting them had, you know, 0 captures, there would be people in the comment section below in almost every video sort of flaming them. It was this other thing that people flamed comment sections with. You know, nowadays we have a reverse booster, and die has become a much bigger one than it ever was. But back then we had people saying, you know, you don't play the objective, you don't care about the win. Because they didn't. These guys were just going for massive kill gameplays. Now, coming along into Black Ops 2, there's a reason why this term isn't around as much as it was. And the reason is because I personally frown upon objective playing, because in a way it's a way for people to kill whore. It is actually a way for people to get closer to their streaks. in Modern Warfare 3, it didn't help you out that much. It was the equivalent of 1 kill. It didn't get you any closer to your MOAB. It didn't help you anywhere near as much as it does in Black Ops 2. You get 200 points in Black Ops 2 for capturing a flag of the enemies that is just completely unsecured. The enemy team is just spawning on the complete opposite other side of the map. And, the average player is going to go, okay, well, I could run across to the other side of the map. It's going to take me 30 seconds. I might not see an enemy, and by the time I get there, I'll get into a gunfight that I might lose because he might have toughness and I won't. But that's besides the point. Or I can just grab this nice, delicious flag, and it will give me 200 points. So right then and there, they've changed the intention or the motive of objectives to actually give you kills, if you know what I'm saying. And so this results in turn with everyone always making the decision to just capture the flag over actually trying to go and get kills for their kill streaks. People will have 6 enemies and they know they're all there because someone on their team's calling in a VSAT, but they will all just flag. They will just rush their little hearts out and just jump on that flag straight away. And it's another contributing factor, in my opinion, as to why in Black Ops 2 we constantly play 6-7 minute games. And it wasn't such a big deal in MW3. People weren't as interested in the objective, and this in turn had a good effect on the way that the game played out, because everyone got to play a nice long 10-11 minute game. And who doesn't want to play a 10-11 minute game? We spend half our time sitting in pre-game lobbies waiting for people to connect. People are dashing, people are leaving, people are rage quitting, and we finally get into a game and we only get to play for 6-7 minutes. So I really do think that, coming back to my initial point, that coming into Call of Duty Ghosts, the fact that we will be only getting 1 point for capturing objectives and capturing flags, all those sorts of things, will be a good effect on the game as a whole, because it will mean that we get to play full 10-minute games again, because the average player is going to weigh up the decision whether they go for an objective or they go for a kill in a different certain way than they do in Black Ops 2. Anyway, guys, coming up to the end of the video, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like rating on We The OP's video. If you enjoyed my gameplay, my commentary, please feel free to come over and check out my channel. Other than that, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and goodbye.